Hey, it's Elise. Um, when we first went into quarantine and schools closed, and we were told that we were in charge of continuing education on for our children, being a single mom, a work from home mom, having no childcare, and also needing to continue to teach her child. That was my biggest struggle, was like, how am I going to do this? When do I have time? I was very overwhelmed. And it took me about a week and a half to make a schedule that worked for us, but it's now in a place that I really like. And a couple of people have asked me how I did it. So I thought I would record just kind of a little training to show you guys. There's so many ways to make a schedule, and everybody's life is different, but hopefully you take away some inspiration, some tips and tricks, and I'll show you what I did. So I'm going to show you my schedule that's already built. I'm not going to take the time to go through and rebuild it because I don't think you want to sit there and watch that. So it would probably be helpful to take a couple notes, and I will be sure to clearly specify each step in case you want to write it down. Let me share my screen with you really quick. So I built my calendar in Google because I use it for everything. It's personal. I use it for business. I can access it on my phone. I can share things easily. You can use whatever works for you, but I love Google Calendar. So tip one, if you're writing this down or you want to know the steps I took, the first step was color coding. I have my daily activities. I have Dylan's daily activities, who is in school and needs to have his education continue. And then I have a 3-year-old who does his own thing and has his own time. And I wanted to color code things so that I could easily see who was doing what, see where the gaps were, and see where things needed to line up so that they work for everybody. And I'll talk about that more in a minute. But step one is to color code, and you can see that I did that over here on the left. It's really easy to add people or add subjects and color code them in Google. Step two, if you're writing things down to follow it later, was to fill in what you know. So there are things that I know have to happen at the same time every day, like my child's nap. And so you can see he's napping right now, which is why I'm able to record this. What else is pretty set? Oh, time with his dad. When his dad comes over to spend time with him, that happens at the same time every day. And that allows me to see what time has already been taken up. It also allowed me, when I started entering Dylan's school activities, to see, I should really put the blocks of time where he needs to have focused work, like writing and math, and those sit down activities I wanted him to be able to do uninterrupted. So these first 3 days, the reason that you don't see anything for Dylan is because his dad is helping me with schooling so that I can get work done. So I didn't write that as a bullet point, but I think taking help where it's given right now does not make you less of a mom or less of a person. It truly takes a village, and we're being asked to do more than we've ever been asked to do before with less than we've ever had before. So if someone is willing to help you, take it. But you can see I'm going to do school Thursday and Friday. So I have scheduled Dylan's really focused learning during times where Everett is either playing with his dad or taking a nap. So that's what I plugged in for things that I knew. The third tip, if you're writing it down, is time blocking. This is something widely used for productivity and making schedules. Creating a block of time where you can just focus on a task or just focus on a category of a task. And another tip that my friend Brittany gave me was grouping things in big tasks and little tasks. So you can see what I did here. My time when Everett is with his dad or napping and Dylan is doing school with his dad is when I can work uninterrupted. So you can see today I had a time block for little things. And I'm not going to do big things and little things all in the same day. I don't have time to do that. That was part of what was not working. So I was really thankful for that tip from Brittany. But you can see I did little things today. And then tomorrow I have a time block for a big project. And then on Wednesday, I go back to working on little things. So time blocking has really helped me be able to sit down and focus and not feel like I'm spending 5-minute increments trying to finish something to completion. The fourth tip, for those keeping track, is to make lists of what you need separated by little tasks and big projects. And the way that I do that is, let's just open up little things here. Come on. So down here in descriptions, I might start making a list of things that I want to do on Wednesday. So one of them might be pay a bill. One of them might be, writing down my daily goals or my weekly goals. Another one might be mailing something to a friend. And then I save it. And the cool thing is that I can do that and that's just for this event because those are the tasks for that day. But if you wanted to copy them over, like writing down daily goals might be something that I do across the board. So I like that it gives you that option. And I love that I can do that on my phone too. So I might be somewhere or I might be with my kiddos and think of something that I need to do. And I can easily go in there and add it to that block of time to my list of tasks so that when I'm sitting down, I already know what I'm supposed to be doing. Another thing I recommend is once you've written your tasks, to order them in order of priority. You should always be doing your biggest or hardest or most important thing first, because if you run out of time or your child wakes up early from nap well, it's not too early, but he is up there waking up right now. Then you've gotten your biggest thing done first thing, which across the board is a huge tip for productivity and making schedules. And then the fifth tip was setting alerts and putting these things on repeat. So I have 5 minutes before I'm supposed to do that, I get an alert on my phone saying it's time to transition to that other task. That works really well over here for Dylan's education. It lets me know when to give him a warning that we're going to transition to something else. And I really love, let's open this one again. I really love that it allows for you to say when things repeat. Our schedules are so complex. I mean, look, Dylan's dad has him 3 days this week and I have him 2. And then next week I have him none because he's with his dad full time that week. So things are all over the place. And when I entered things in, I took the time to select when things needed to repeat or fill in, so that I think I only had to do 2 weeks, and then everything is just on repeat and I don't have to go fill it in every day, because we do visitation 1 week on, 1 week off. So after 2 weeks, even though there's a lot of variability for me and my schedule, things tend to repeat after those 2 weeks. So and then after everything has been filled in for things that you know and things that need to happen where they make sense, what I did was take all of the things that I have to get done in a day and plug them in where they can be plugged in. This allowed me to see where the gaps were. So there weren't a lot of gaps in the middle of the day. And working back from that showed me that I needed to be getting up early and getting my workout in and some of my content done before my kids wake up and have breakfast. Because once my kids are up and have breakfast, we're going. We are off. It's boom, 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 back to back. It also allowed me to plug things in down here after they went to bed to make sure I'm getting everything done in a day that I need to. And then the last thing I'll say I really love about Google Calendar is the flexibility of needing to move things. So I can just literally drag and drop for today. Let's say I can't get to my meditation, or I can't stay up, or I need to switch things around. It allows me to just easily move things around based on the day's needs. So that's it. This is what's working really well for me. I hope that you took something away from it. I'm going to go get my kiddo up now that he's up from nap, and feel free to let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help.